The shoes were never going to be easy to fill for anyone. A credit to the high-standard Lehenbauer set in his senior year as Palmyra's starting quarterback. The degree to which Quarter's graduation would hamstring the Panthers moving forward, well, that was one of the few true offseason question marks plaguing Kevin Miles' otherwise loaded roster headed into this fall. And the fact that the Palmyra head coach intended to employ a literal line of family succession to remedy this situation, well, that could have easily taken on a Shakespearean quality of sorts for a younger brother not comfortable enough in his own quarterbacking skin. Instead, this proved to be one of those rare instances where the sequel was no less satisfying than the original. And that owes to the working relationship between the two brothers, one that was always more elevating than adversarial. And because of that, Brody Lehenbauer's tour of duty helming the Palmyra offense in his brother's stead started on an emphatic note with an offensive barrage on the road against highly touted O'Fallon Christian, and just kept getting tighter and more impressive from there. In some ways, it's fair to say Brody's arc of development did in fact follow that of his big brother. Savvy athletic playmaker who did well enough to work through early mistakes and miscues and translate them into an enormous sense of confidence and comfort. But with Brody, there was also always a vibe, almost from the jump, of additional enjoyment of circumstance. That there was for him room for creativity and art within the confines of the job description. And that freedom really elevated him quickly from question mark to exclamation point as the focal point of the entire offense. He looked every bit the part of QB1 for a team that won its first dozen games and rose to the #1 ranking in Missouri Class II football. As a passer, Brody connected on 57% of his throws for 1,759 yards and 22 touchdowns. Moreover, he became one of the toughest kids to sack and to pressure in the entire state of Missouri. Brody threw just 5 interceptions all season long and made the most of the circumstances he was afforded, as good when the pocket broke down as when a play went exactly right. He finished the year with more than 2,000 all-purpose yards and had 8 rushing touchdowns to finish the year with 30 total end zone visits. The swashbuckling nature of his play earned him a award not just as a first-team all-conference quarterback, but as the Clarence Cannon Conference Offensive Player of the Year, an honor that eluded even his big brother a year prior. And the manner in which Brody accepted his mantle has earned him a number of scholarship offers at the Division II level. In short, what we saw play out in the Flower City this fall was one of the more unique and deserved success stories, and it's one that now forever affords Brody Lehenbauer his own unique place in Palmyra's rich quarterbacking lore.